Here we go. Trndsttr. Trndsttr featuring Maggie Lucian remix. Everybody on the goddamn planet. And that was zoom in would have been perfect right then and there. Yo, Trndsttr, why don't I just minimize it? Oh, because it's harder to navigate, so I don't have to keep doing the black and white screen. Yo, Trndsttr. The problem with Trndsttr is that it came right at the time as I was teaching the class. So Trndsttr was a song that we were supposed to use as the example to kids so they could help like learn their remixing, learn their, mixing and mastering. It was kind of just a creational music course, but it was like one that was backed by a lot of stuff, and they wanted you to start going into remixing and sampling, and I was supposed to use that song, but that song, I had never listened to anything repeatedly for the sake of needing to educate somebody or educate someone. Music and education had never flown in such a way where I had to listen to something subjectively to get the point across. Objectively, I've already taught music. I've already done classical. I can listen to repertoires. I can play piano pretty fucking fast. Like, I can teach people piano, I can teach people musical theory, but like remixing and sampling, like I had to really like go into the program. Interesting, this fits here, this fits there. Like, just teaching kids the ability to separate sound and like chop it up in a way where the beat becomes another beat, like telling them about closers and risers, like, and how you can add sounds all into that. You can chop up a clap into its like core components and like chop that into a sound that you can compress, and it just builds. And it's like, that is music theory. I can never understand why people do not gravitate to producers the same way they do as composers. Yo, the fact that you can do so much with sound now, and you don't even need to like, I'm not advocating this, but you don't even need to buy this shit no more. This shit free online. And niggas spend their entire goddamn day bitching about, you know what, let's just drag the conversation there because this is what it makes me think of. I had a girl in that class who by all means just did not want to be there. She did not want to be there, and by the end of that fucking class, I had this girl, I think I said this in a previous episode, I had this girl sharing and feeling and at least caring about what was there, and you can't do that without remixing. You have to take something that somebody likes, and you have to bring it back to you in a way that is tangible if you have to do mixing and mastering. This is... excuse me. I'm sorry. This is all in the realm of being a producer. This is not like a catch-all 22 for how you should listen to music or anything about music. We're talking a very super specific, constricted thing here. Like, it's like if you're teaching music production, you should be approaching it like it's not a process. It is a fucking inspiration. You have to sit there and really craft that. But anyway, Trndsttr makes me feel like that. Like, that's when I started to take music seriously from a production standpoint, because I have always been taught, I have a piano behind me. I know you can't see it. One day I'll open the colored corner up. One day. But I always felt like music to me was this objective. You have to reach, you have to reach, you have to reach, you have to claw. And I didn't get that many great professors in university. I have some really great ones that are watching these videos, which stuns me. And those will always be the people that still look out for me. Like, oh, you were a student of mine, but like as a person, as a man, or there's some women too, as a woman, as a person, like, I like you. I like your approach to things. I like you beyond you just being a student that I taught. And that's cool to develop those bonds between adults, because that's all we were as adults. And this was like, as I 22, 23. So those were always great inspirations for me moving forward with music, but they had their own, they were pedagogical, I'm going to mess that word up, so we're not even going to say it. They are tenured, licensed professionals So their lives have already touched the large venues, the performances. They're already doing that. So to be able to gravitate that type of like desire and drive down to a student, that's what that song meant to me. It was that combination of such a beautiful brought drive, such a beautiful brought like feeling, emotion. And then from onwards, something happened.